At Spring Strategies, we believe that civil society organizations are critical in achieving a socially and environmentally just world. A key accelerator and also inhibitor for achieving justice is the financing of this work, often a great challenge for frontline leaders. We asked ourselves the question, what if leaders for justice were to bring the same level of innovation, passion, and proactivity to their financing needs as they bring to their programming?
We help organizations to look for different ways in which they can generate that enables them to be impactful.
I connect money with power and the ability to exercise leadership.
You know, money is a resource. You have to invest to get more money.
The FSP program helped me actually look at the NGO as a business.
It's just going out of your way, having the courage to look for money.
We have ideas. All we need is how to realize them. Best tip I got was don't forget to ask for the money.
Our approach is based on collaboration and networking between individuals, organizations, and movements. This is also reflected in how Spring Forward came about. The program organically builds as more individuals and organizations feed into it. It is not a single person or single organization concept. We take participants on a journey of transformation of hearts and minds, actions, relationships, and systems. They come out of the program with a new normal and the tools to sustain new practices. We discuss financial resilience in the context of a radically changing funding landscape. We have learned that only those who jump in with both feet will succeed. For me, money was very much associated with power, which makes perfect sense, because the world, you have the have and the have-nots, different classes. So we should associate it with power, but we should also understand that if money is power, then there are other sources of power too, And so this other source is, I have the ability to run programs to do things in the world that are about social justice that have a lot of value. And that really fundraising is an exchange of equal value. So there's money going this way and there's social impact going that way. And what brings people together in the middle is this shared sense of purpose of wanting to do good in the world. And if you keep your eye on that, then money becomes much less intimidating. So let's start. Good morning, everybody. For today, the future of financing for social justice. What will it look like? We developed the Financial Resilience Program together with Ford Foundation to work with their grantees. The way it works is that we start by learning about the unique challenges of each organization, like moving the goalposts. They saw that their next step was to raise funds from individuals, develop a reserve fund, and gain more confidence in engaging with funders.
So Moving the Goalpost is a community-based organization that uses football to empower girls and young women in Kenya. It promotes teamwork. It gives girls a chance, to sit together and address their own issues. So football gives a great opportunity to start a discussion around it, and also for girls to show the actual leadership when they're on the pitch.
Participation in Spring Forward and development of their own action plan gave them a clear focus and the ability to make real progress. Their relationships with funders are no longer just about the money, but part of a larger conversation and ecosystem for change. One important element of the workshop is to make a clear and compelling pitch to a panel of investors. The panel provides feedback and scores the different pitches.
So in a few minutes,
We have a presentation to make after a successful financial sustainability training. So for me, that is a big challenge to convince them to believe in what we are doing. One of the most interesting part of our work is we play football. I've never in my life had a chance to present our organization to a panel of donors. So this is a chance for me, it's a growth in my professional work. It is going to provide a unique opportunity for you as organizations that are also interested in reaching out to girls.
I was really happy to see that their confidence has grown, so that when they are pitching, it is not just that we want to do this, but that is in the context of a larger whole of a mission of an institution. They can see the connection between a good pitch and a good outcome, and how they also therefore link that to other things that are necessary about successful fundraising.
But also it gives us an opportunity to interact with them in a more friendlier manner, so that we understand where they're coming from. And such pitches have never been done before. So we felt that it is a good idea so that to demystify the relationship between donor and partners.
I enjoyed it. It was a great moment.
Now she feels awesome.
She feels awesome, not awful.
That it felt like a football match. You know, you've prepared, you've practiced, and you're waiting to go for, to meet your opponent. I went, and actually the panel was not an opponent. They were like allies, so it became like a friendly match, and I loved it.
Who knows how to ride a bike? So the front wheel is what you want to do in the world. This is what we were born for, all of us. We're born to make a difference, to make change. We use the bicycle as a metaphor for a healthy organization. The front wheel stands for the organization's big goals and the programs they run. The back wheel is the financing of this work and the frame about the systems and people that support and connect these two wheels. The direction of the bicycle reflects the changes the organization wants to make. The speed is about the level of impact. For many civil society organizations, the back wheel is an afterthought and not considered an integral part of the work. It might have a flat tire or even a kink in need of repair, slowing the organization down. So what we're going to do and work on today and tomorrow is to get your bicycle aligned, strong back wheel, strong front wheel in the right direction, and we're going to see if we can get the bike to go faster. The only way to leave a lasting impression, to make real change, is if we get disrupted a little bit. So we do things with the group that they will still remember a year from now. But they need to feel that they have a different way of looking at it. They go through a paradigm shift that will give them more opportunities so that they can figure out the financing piece in a different way so that they can be more effective in realizing their goals. That's the measure of success.
ALIN's mission is to facilitate information exchange between communities with a focus on agriculture and natural resource management. This container is one of the many models that we deploy out there. It's a public access place where you find computers, internet, library services where people can walk freely, be able to learn internet, be able to access information and books as well.
When ALIN started the program, their goal was to become more proactive and systematic about fundraising, engaging a larger number of staff, and to create a reserve fund that would cushion the organization with 5 months of operating costs. They realized all 3 goals within a year and a half.
I think for me, the day has reinforced my thinking that The civil society players must play the same game that the corporate players are playing.
In Aline's pitch, they ask for investment capital for a program that will substantially increase the earning potential of farmers. With this income, farmers are able to pay Aline for use of their services. And Aline ends up with new revenue streams that will make them less dependent on grant income.
With that kind of a report,
How will the panel of investors respond to Aline's pitch for investment capital?
we have the technology, we have the network of the providers. For the farmers, we actually do train them. So we are seeking only $2 million to be able to work in 3 counties and target 200,000 farmers. That means you'll be investing $3 per farmer per year.
The program has created a methodology that works with them together, but also in an individual manner by customizing what each of those organizations need at different moments, but most importantly, to build the collective power.
For Youth Agenda, taking part in Spring Forward was a real game changer. When they started, they were quite vulnerable financially, but then quickly turned things around.
Our agenda is very simple. We just make the youth factor count by ensuring that at least young people can, at some point, enjoy their political, their social and economic rights. So that's what gives us fulfillment by going to the office every day to just try and see how we can make their life better and guided by the Constitution of Kenya.
To say what you're saying, the point is this. Whenever I'm saying, don't figure it.
So we are just from meeting with the member of the Kenya Young Parliamentarian Association chairperson. We are hoping that actually we can have his voice. A number of young people also turned up for the event, so it was just a humongous success for us.
They improved internal processes and built a dashboard to monitor and manage the financial health of their organization. They are now much more proactive and are growing and diversifying their income by bringing in new funders. Youth Agenda aims to lead not only in terms of giving youth in Kenya a voice, but also by creating a radically new revenue-generating model.
They're not like, this is not a test of perfection. This is a download of what comes up.
In the future travel exercise, we invite the teams to look at their organizations and financial situation 15 years from now.
So what could be an annual income for you in 2030? Throw something out there. What's a number? Then work your way back. Okay, what is coming through the hybrid? What is coming through the, like all those things?
Taking the group to that future, we're inviting them to bring their most creative thinking. Then what it opens up is to start thinking about that challenge in terms of the mission of the organization. So they come up with that big idea that is not just about creating money for the mission, it is the mission.
All right. So our vision by 2030, we want to be 100% financially independent. FSP has been important in helping us understand how we can do what we need to realize.
I can say the future is bright because right now we are planning to partner with donors, but we're looking at the future where we'll be sustainable on our own by going the hybrid model so that we have a business unit that can support our charitable NGO work to be able to achieve the organizational goal.
Youth Agenda used this exercise to develop a social enterprise model.
How I thought before the program and how my thinking right now is a total mind shift. I am more confident in my presentation financially, in financial statements. I'm more confident in my pitching, and I'm actually more involved with the program team.
We want to request you to invest in our dream.
This has been one of the best trainings I have enjoyed it. They have opened my eyes. We realize that, we rely a lot on conventional donors and we need to tap into the non-conventional donors. I think Elaine made it clear to us that if you don't ask, you don't get.
So what I take with me from today is how willing and ready all of you are to be stretched outside of your comfort zone. Like every single person in this room is stretched outside of their comfort zone. Go to the desired future and work your way back. Think big, think different, and you're so ready because you're fueled with this sense of purpose that you want to make change in the world. So you're so motivated, and that's really inspiring to me.
We got this!
All right, thank you. After the workshop, participants return to their organizations with a renewed sense of purpose, ready to take things to the next level. They are now part of a global community of leaders practicing financial resilience.
We are making history in the way we are exercising philanthropy because we are co-creating a program that is about putting the organization and the people very much at the center of that growth.
Don't we have what it takes as human beings, to create societies that are peaceful, where we all have the opportunity to develop ourselves to our fullest potential? My goal, my ambition is to help accelerate that process and surround myself, work with the people who are already on that path and support them in ways so that they can get there faster, so that all of us can get there faster.
Yeah, the training is a spring forward for me as a person, and I think for moving the goalposts as an organization.
Now we know how to realize the dreams that we have.
So it's a spring forward.
I can't stay where I am. I just need to move because of what has been input within the organization and within the individuals. So they have no option but to spring forward.
Together, we have learned incredibly good lessons that we will be able to spring forward.
For us at Spring Strategies, we have entered our own next life stage. Since we started this work with Ford Foundation in Eastern Africa, we have expanded to other regions of the world and are growing our team of global trainers, always looking to collaborate, learn, and adapt. By bringing more financial resilience to the work of frontline leaders for justice and rights, we can get to our desired future faster. That is why we do what we do.